Inshallah, we'll find our way.
Now this is the pair Surah Al-Munafiqun and Surah Al-Taghabun. And Surah Al-Taghabun is the most comprehensive surah of Quran regarding Iman. Iman actually is the subject matter of the Makki surahs. But here in 18 ayat, what is Iman? First the three main articles of faith, then a passionate call to have Iman. Then, what are the fruits of this tree of Iman? So that you can see whether you have Iman or not. And then, again a passionate appeal to fulfill the requirements of Iman. So 4 parts of this surah. 2 things, Iman, and a call for Iman in the first section. What are the fruits of Iman? And what are the responsibilities of Iman? They are the subject of the second section. But here you must understand, one Iman is opposed to kufr. One Iman is opposed to nifaq. Kufr, you know, have two stages. An open kufr, which is legally kufr. A person is legally out of the pale of Islam. That is a kafir, non-believer. And then this is also kufr, hidden kufr, that is nifaq. So here actually, the Iman as opposed to nifaq has been discussed here. Because these surahs, as I told you in the very beginning, they are addressing the Muslims only. Among the Muslims, there are Muslims, true Mu'mins, the hypocrites, not kuffar. Open kuffar are not there. So here it is in opposition to nifaq. So first nifaq was discussed, and now Iman. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Yusabbihu lillahi ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. Everything which is in the heavens and everything which is in the earth glorifies and will continue glorifying forever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Lahul mulk. We had twice in Surah Al-Hadid, Lahu mulku samawati wal ard. Twice. In the first 6 ayat. Here, Lahul mulk. To him belongs the kingdom or the sovereignty. Wa lahul hamd. And also all praise belongs to him. وَهُوَ عَلَىٰ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. And verily he is powerful over everything. هُوَ الَّذِي خَلَقَكُمْ. These 4 ayat, you know, these 6 ayat of Surah Al-Hadid. And that is the first among the musabbihat. And among the musabbihat, this is the last. 6 ayat of Surah Al-Hadid, and here are 4 ayat. هُوَ الَّذِي خَلَقَكُمْ. He is the one who created you. Who created you all. فَمِنْكُمْ كَافِرٌ. Some of you are unbelievers. وَمِنْكُمْ مُؤْمِنٌ. And some are the believers. How come? The unbelievers were also created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The logic would say that they should also believe in him. But the actual state of affairs is that some of you believe, some of you don't believe. Wallahu bima ta'amaluna basir. Whatsoever you are doing, Allah is seeing. Khalaqa samawati wal arda bil haqq. He created the heavens and the earth with a purpose. Fasawwarakum. And he shaped you, fashioned you. Fahsana suwarakum. How beautiful a shape he has given to you. Wa ilahil masir. And to him will be the return. Ya'lamu ma fis samawati wal ard. 3 dimensions of Allah's knowledge in one ayah. Number 1, Ya'lamu ma fis samawati wal ard. He knows everything which is in the heavens and the earth. Number 2, wa ya'lamu ma tusirruna wa ma tu'linun. And he knows what you conceal and what you reveal. And number 3, wa huwa alimun bi dhati sudur. He knows whatever is in the hearts and chests. Now what is the difference between number 2 and number 3? Whatever you hide, you conceal, Allah knows. That is in your heart. Then why this repetition? I kept on thinking on this issue for a long time. Then it was clear to me that this is a separate 3rd dimension. And that is the dimension which we know, which we call subconscious mind. We don't know our subconscious mind. One thing is that I am consciously hiding something. I know it. That is in my knowledge. I am hiding it willfully, intentionally. But there is a level of my mind which I don't know even. And that is my subconscious mind. Allah knows your subconscious mind also. So He knows everything which is in the heaven and the earth. He knows what you conceal and hide and what you say openly. And He knows what is in the chest. Now these 4 ayat are discussing the person and attributes of Allah. Now the institution of messengerhood. Alam ya'takum naba'u allazina kafaru min qabl. Have not the news of those who disbelieved in the past came to you? Now this is a Madani Surah, and in the Makki Surahs, all these news, Amba'ur Rasul, the people of Hud and people of Nuh and people of Saleh and people of Shuaib, and the Sodom and Gomorrah townships and so on and so forth, and Fir'aun and his armies. Alam ya'takum. Now here is the only question. It means that you have already come to know. Naba'u allazina kafaru min qabl, the news of those who disbelieved in the past. Fazaqu wabala amrihim. So they tasted the evil consequences of their conduct and behavior. Walahum azabun alim. That was in this world that they were destroyed. But a painful chastisement is there for them waiting in the hereafter. Zalika bi'annahu. This happened because kanat tatihim rusuluhum bil bayyinat. To them their messengers kept on coming. فَقَالُوا, but they kept on saying, أَبَّشَّرٌ يَهْدُونَنَا. Will a mortal human being guide us? If Allah wanted to send a messenger, He should have sent some angel. Why a human being? Just like us. فَكَفَرُوا. On this basis, they disbelieved. وَاسْتَغْنَى اللَّهُ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also turned away. Because He was in no need of them. Wallahu ghaniyyun hamid. And Allah is self-sufficient. He has no need with anybody. And He is praiseworthy. These 2 ayat. The biggest hindrance in the way of people to accept the messengers has been this. That if they are messengers of Allah, how could it be that they are men? They should have been angels. They denied the messengerhood on the basis of the human character of those messengers. But later on this disease has appeared among the followers of the messengers of Allah, that they deny that the messenger is not bashar. He is something else. How can a messenger be a bashar, a human being? So this is the same disease taking the about turn, In that condition, they denied that because they are bashar, they cannot be messengers. And who has accepted as messenger, they say because they are messenger of Allah, they can't be bashar. So it's the same disease. Zam alladhina kafaru an lan yub'asu. Now the 3rd article of faith, and that is of resurrection. Those who disbelieve assert that they will not be raised again. Now note the words, the emphasis. Qul, say, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Bala, why not? وَرَبِّي, and I swear by my Lord, لَتُبْعَثُنَّ, you will definitely be raised again. ثُمَّ لَتُنَبَّؤُنَّ بِمَا عَمِلْتُمْ, and then you will be told what you had been doing. وَذَلِكَ عَلَى اللَّهِ يَسِيرٌ, and this is very easy on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in 7 ayat we have 4 for the attributes of Allah, 2 for the institution of messengerhood, 1 but very forceful one for the Iman bil Akhirah, or the resurrection. Now comes a call. فَآمِنُوا بِاللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. These are the facts. Whether you accept them or you deny them, the fact will remain as it is. Allah is there, this institution of messengerhood has been there, and the resurrection is going to take place. But if you want success for yourself, فَآمِنُوا بِاللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. Have faith and iman and belief in Allah and His Messenger. وَالنُّورِ الَّذِي أَنزَلْنَا. And also have belief in the light that He has sent down, that is Quran. Wallahu bima ta'amaluna khabir. And whatever you are doing, Allah is aware of it. Yawma yajma'ukum li yawmil jam'i zalika yawmut taghabun. The day when He will gather you all on the day of gathering. That would be the day of the decision of success or failure. Taghabun. The decision as to who failed, who succeeded. That day will decide. You might have been an emperor in this world, but if you are thrown in the hell, you have failed. You are doomed. You might have been a very poor person in this world, but if you are saved on the day of judgment and admitted to the gardens of paradise, you are successful. Success doesn't depend upon these worldly belongings, gains, positions, wealth, nothing of the sort. Success, whosoever succeeds on that day is successful. Whosoever has failed on that day is the failure. ذَلِكَ يَوْمُ التَّغَابُنِ وَمَنْ يُؤْمِنْ بِاللَّهِ. Now this is the explanation of that taghabun. Whosoever will have faith in Allah, وَيَعْمَلْ صَالِحًا, and do good deeds, يُكَفِّرْ عَنْهُ سَيِّئَاتِهِ. Allah will expunge from his record his shortcomings. وَيُدْخِلْهُ جَنَّاتٍ تَجْرِي مِنْ تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارُ, and will make them enter the garden under which rivers will be flowing. خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا أَبَدًا, to abide therein forever, forever. ذَلِكَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ. This is the biggest success. On the other hand, وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا وَكَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا, as for those who disbelieved and belied our revelations, أُولَٰئِكَ أَصْحَابُ النَّارِ, they are the dwellers of the fire. خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا, they will remain in that forever. وَبِئْسَ الْمَصِيرُ, and definitely it's a very evil destination. Here the first section ends. 7 ayat, a narration. 4 for Allah's attributes. 2, the basic mistake committed by human beings regarding the messengers of Allah. 1 ayah for resurrection. Then in 3 ayat, a passionate call. Have belief in these things. Now what is the result? If you have true faith and true iman in you, what conditions should be there in your feelings, in your actions, deeds? So 5 cardinal effects. Number 1, مَا أَصَابَ مِن مُّصِيبَةٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ وَمَن يُؤْمِن بِاللَّهِ يَهْدِ قَلْبَهُ وَاللَّهُ بِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عَلِيمٌ. If you really believe in Allah, then it must be very clear to you that no calamity befalls you except with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatsoever comes to you, nothing can come to you without the permission and leave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whosoever believes in Allah, Allah guides his heart to patience and remain pleased and contented with whatever Allah decides for him. This is what we call in Urdu, Razi Barazai Rab. Whatever you have decided me, I welcome it. Maybe it is unpleasant. Maybe it is painful to me for the time being. But I know it's coming from you, oh my Lord. You are my friend. You are my protector. You are my supporter. I have trust in you. I have faith in you. So whatever comes from you, I am accepting it. This is Razi Barazai Rab. रज़ाए हक़ पे राजी रही हरफ़े आरज़ू कैसा, खुदा खालिक खुदा मालिक खुदा का हुक्म तू कैसा. Why should you desire something? Leave it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever He decides will be the best. Razi Barazai Rab. This is called Maqam-e Raza, the station of Raza. Always keeping pleased with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Radiyallahu anhum wa radu an. Allah was pleased with them and they were pleased with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No complaint, no complaint. Oh Allah, why you have done this to me? Oh Allah, why this has happened? Oh, nothing of this sort. It tells that you don't have faith in him. You don't trust him. Number one. Number two, this is an inward feeling. Whatever comes to you, howsoever painful it might appear to you, howsoever unpleasant it might appear to you, take it. And take it with total surrender to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, whatever is from you, it's acceptable to me, without any complaint. Now the second is outward expression of this iman. وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ. Now obey Allah and His Messenger. Whatsoever is coming to you, you think it is coming from Allah. Whatsoever comes out of you, it should be according to the obedience of the law of Allah. Your hand shouldn't do anything which is not permissible. Your legs shouldn't take you anywhere where Allah doesn't like you to go. Your eyes shouldn't see anything which Allah doesn't like you to see. Your whole existence and everything which is coming out of you, these actions, these deeds, out of these organs, they all should be dictated by the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ati'u Allah wa ati'u Rasul. فَإِن تَوَلَّيْتُمْ فَإِنَّمَا عَلَىٰ رَسُولِنَا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ. And if you turn away, then let it be known to you that on our messenger there is no responsibility except that he has to convey to you our message. After that, you are responsible. He is not responsible. Number three, tawakkul. Have trust in Allah. Not in the material means. No. Although we use the material means, but don't trust them. Don't think anything can be done through these material means. It will happen only if Allah likes it, if He permits it. Allahu la ilaha illahu. Allah is the one, except whom there is no God. وَعَلَى اللَّهِ فَلْيَتَوَكَّلِ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. So on Allah should put the whole trust, those who believe. Not on the means, not on your money, not on your own intelligence. Well, use all these things as best as you can, but don't put your trust in it. Now, every human being has these two aspects. Something is coming to him. For that first ayah, مَا أَصَابَ بِمُصِيبَةٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ وَمَنْ يُؤْمِنْ بِاللَّهِ يَهْدِ قَلْبَهُ. Something coming out of him, actions, deeds. They should be in the form of obedience to Allah and His Messenger. And about that, total trust should be on Allah, not on the means. Now, every human being is a social being. So there are relationships. He is tied to other human beings with relations. And the most important relations, most dear, are the spouses and the children. Now, what should be the attitude of a truly believing woman? Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, inna min azwajikum wa awladikum aduwwan lakum fahzaruhu. O you who believe, verily from among your wives and your children, there are enemies against you. Fahzaruhum, beware of them. Why? This love is a potential danger. Maybe due to this love, you indulge in something which is haram. To get better education for your children, you are adopting haram means of earning. What can I do? I have to pay these fees. And this permissible means, that's not sufficient. So what is it having? Then they are your enemies. You are being doomed due to this love. This is the potential love which challenges the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Unless you stand at guard, take the precautions, always conscious of it. Beware, there's a danger, potential danger here. this natural love can take you to the wrong path. So guard yourself. Inna min azwajikum wa awladikum aduwwan lakum fahdharuhum. But the family life should not be like this, that you are always angry with your people, your family, always, quarreling with them. No. The attitude should be, وَإِن تَعْفُوا وَتَصْفَحُوا وَتَغْفِرُوا. If you keep on pardoning them, overlooking their shortcomings and forgiving them, surely, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ, Allah is also forgiving and merciful. Save yourself, but not be harsh to them. Extra harshness breeds rebellion. Leniently, with wisdom, try to take them on the right path, not with harshness. But save yourself. Don't let their love take you any wrong step. No. There you have to save yourselves. Qu anfusakum. Save yourselves. But for them, love, affection, leniency, this should be your behavior. Innama amwalukum wa awladukum fitna. Verily, your riches, belongings, and your children are a trial for you. Allah is trying you on these. Whether you love these things more or you love me more. Whether you love your children more or you love me more. Whether you disobey me due to the love of your children and wives. Whether you disobey me due to the love of the wealth. So it's fitna. Wallahu indahu ajrul azim. And the great reward is only with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He will reward. Not your children can reward you. What reward will they give you? Allah will give you the reward. Now to conclude, فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ مَسْتَطَعْتُمْ. So number one, have fear and regard of Allah as much as you can. Number two, وَاسْمَعُوا وَأَطِيعُوا. Discipline. Listen and obey. Now listen and obey whom? Listening and obeying to Allah and His messengers have already been mentioned. وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ. Why this repetition? This is for that party discipline. Hizbullah. You have to live as a party. And party cannot be effective unless there is discipline. You have to obey Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and also the Amir appointed by Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because an organization, a party, you don't have one Amir only. Whenever then there was a battle, the commander-in-chief was Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But on the right wing, there was some other commander. On the left wing, there was some other commander. So these commanders are to be obeyed. Because they have been appointed by Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What happened in Uhud? A disobedience of the commander, local commander, 35 Muslims, they disobeyed. And the punishment that came, cost 70 lives to Muslims, including the lives of Hamza radiallahu anh and Musab bin Umair radiallahu anh. And that was only a matter of disobedience. وَاسْمَعُوا وَأَطِيعُوا. That's the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. مَنْ أَطَاعَنِي فَقَدْ أَطَاعَ اللَّهَ وَمَنْ عَصَانِي فَقَدْ عَصَى اللَّهَ. Whosoever obeys me, he obeys Allah. Whosoever disobeys me, he disobeys Allah. Whosoever obeys my Amir, appointed by me, whosoever, وَمَنْ أَطَاعَ أَمِيرِي فَقَدْ أَطَاعَنِي. So he actually is obeying me. وَمَنْ أَطَاعَ أَمِيرِي فَقَدْ مَنْ عَصَى أَمِيرِي فَقَدْ عَصَانِي. And whosoever disobeys the Amir appointed by me, he actually disobeys me. So this discipline has to go. Now remember, yesterday, the 3 surahs, rather 4, all the 4, starting from Surah Al-Hadid. Then in Mujadala, Muhaddah. Hadid, mention of Hadid, weapons, in Surah Al-Hadid. Muhaddah, between the party of Allah and the party of Shaitan. Hizbullah, Hizbul Shaitan. Then the same subject in Surah Al-Hashr. Again the same subject in Surah Al-Mumtahina. Here for the last time. Fasma'u wa ati'u. Listen and obey. Discipline. Number 3, wa anfiqu. Spend as much as you can. Khairan li anfusikum. This is better for you. The more you spend for Allah here, the more you are going to get in the hereafter. You are spending for your own self. You are saving. It's the biggest saving bank of the hereafter, where you are depositing your whatever you are spending in the way of Allah. وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. And whosoever is saved from the avarice of his own soul, so those are the prosperous. إِن تُقْرِضُ اللَّهَ قَرْضًا حَسَنًا. Now for the last time here. In the beginning we had مَنْ ذَا الَّذِي يُقْرِضُ اللَّهَ قَرْضًا حَسَنًا in Surah Hadid. Who is that who can give a goodly loan to Allah? Here again. إِن تُقْرِضُ اللَّهَ قَرْضًا حَسَنًا يُضَاعِفُ لَكُمْ. If you give a goodly loan to Allah, He will multiply it for you manifold. وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ. In addition, He will forgive you. وَاللَّهُ شَكُورٌ حَلِيمٌ. Allah is appreciating, forbearing. If you spend something for Him, He appreciates. If you are miserly you are acting, then He is forbearing. He doesn't punish you immediately. He gives you time. Alimul ghaybi wa shahada, the knower of the seen and the unseen. Al-Aziz al-Hakim, again the two names, Al-Aziz al-Hakim, Al-Aziz al-Hakim. He is all powerful. There are no limits on His authority, but He is all wise.
Turn to Allah, He's never far away. Put your trust in Him, raise your hands and pray. Ooh, ya Allah, guide my steps, don't let me go astray. You're the only one who can show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Inshallah.